Hey everyone, Ivy Gaming here, and today we're playing Watcher of Realms. For today's video, we're going to answer the question, should you summon for this upcoming weekend? And well, I think my thumbnail answers it for most players.
The finest blood for the most untainted soul.
Yeah, so this is kind of a simple one for a few reasons which we'll discuss, but this upcoming weekend, while there are some temptations, I think most players should not summon this weekend. So first of all, we'll address the fact that there is a shard summoning event for Rourke going on still. If you have not got him yet because you missed some events, you might need to summon to get the points from Spiritual Altar if you missed a lot. But overall, you can get away with not summoning the entire fusion event if you did everything else. But if you missed some stuff, you might need to summon. So make sure you're being aware of your fusion, as that will be ending in, I think, about a week. Less than a week, 5 days, 4 or 5 days. Yeah, 5 days as of this moment. So make sure you are close. I just got to finish some current events and I'll be good to go personally. But yeah, we have a lot on the calendar. We have 2 times and we have a special 15 times. But there's reasons not to pull, right? So we're going to discuss that. So number 1, shard summoning event. You don't need to pull in general unless you missed stuff or plan to miss some stuff. But again, go count, make sure you're good. Number 2, if you're a brand new player, if you only been playing a week or 2, maybe 3 weeks, you don't really have many legendaries, or you're just a really slow-paced player, and you don't have many legendaries, only a few, you probably should summon every weekend regardless of the event. So personally, I would say the advice this week, if you're a newer player that's just trying to flesh out your account and you have barely anything, you really could use some new heroes and you're just struggling for progression, then summon any legendary skill crystals on 2 times. It would be suggested, but summon your blues and your diamonds, your rare crystals, your invocation spirit, because 15 times chance to get Vierna is definitely something you want. She's a very good hero, and more importantly, her bond skill with Silas, it makes her better, but it also makes him better, and he's one of the best heroes in the game. But without the bond skill, it's like half as good for his ultimate. But the other reason that new players or very early players should actually, yes, summon, is this set of epics. They're very good. Laurel is amazing at unlocking a lot of content, like progression, using her to cheese her. You can actually use her for her proper ultimate boosting rage, but even better is her talent. You plop her down, and with the surrounding allies, she's going to boost them when you recall her, or if she dies. So you just put her down and then take her right back out, and she immediately is going to give a big rage boost, and you're going to get to use your ultimates on your other heroes again, which is huge for clearing content. Baron is one of the best defenders in the game. Regardless of epic or legendary, he's still a top tier option. His passive with unyielding is just amazing. Helps keep him alive while others will die. Really good reason to pull. And then Aatrox is really cool as well. He is amazing for Arena and Immortal Codex, and just a really cool hero that you could definitely use. He's a really cheap cost. You could certainly use him in Gear Raid 2 with some of those cheese strategies. So really, really good epics to try to get as well. But unfortunately, Kai's not exactly the best hero in the game. He's okay for Gear Raid 3 to progress on the left side in the harder stages if you need to, but personally I find Maul does the job just fine, and Maul is just an epic, so you don't need him. So you probably won't use Kai too much overall. So if you get him, cool, you're probably going to use him, but it's not like you'd pull for Kai. But yeah, that's kind of the reality for new players is every weekend you should wait until there is an event. Friday, Saturday always, or Friday, Saturday, Sunday. Sometimes the events carry over to Monday or even Tuesday. And you just want to get stuff. Use your crystals, use your diamonds, keep getting heroes. So don't wait for fancy events. You can't really afford to wait if you don't have options. Now, the next thing to discuss is if you have Silas but you don't have Vierna, those people might want to pull this weekend because, again, the bond skills. So when it comes to Silas, who is at the top here for me, he's amazing, almost 100,000 BP for mine, finally. Obtain Hero Vierna to unlock the following effect. During the effect of Shadow Cloak, Soul Sniping deals 100% extra damage. So yes, that is his ultimate. His ultimate is double the damage when you have Vierna. Now keep in mind with this game, when it comes to bond skills, you do not need to have both heroes in your team. You just need to have them on your account. So that's even better. You just need to have a Vierna. You don't need to deploy both of them to get that bonus to work. But if you have Silas and you don't have Vierna, you really, really want to get her, and that might be a good enough reason to try to pull. But when it comes to events overall, obviously not this weekend, but potentially next weekend, although we keep assuming, but we've been wrong, that the next exclusive hero should be coming. We should have Dahlia coming soon. I'm assuming they adjusted her, which is why it's been more delayed, because they really wanted our feedback on the character, and we definitely said her range should be changed, or like she should be a fighter instead of a mage, or make her be able to be placed on the ground or on a tile. Like she should have more options because her kit feels too limiting for someone to be willing to pull crazy amounts of summons during an event for her. So keep that in mind, that she's coming, but she might be changed, and hopefully she'll be even better. Not that she wasn't still potentially amazing for some upcoming content, but we don't know yet. And she was just kind of limiting before. And then we know that there's another legendary, exclusive, whatever you call, limited hero, where again 250 guarantee from these bad boys. You spend 250 of these summons and get a legendary without fail. That legendary without fail. There's a lady that people keep calling the Dragon Lady. She looks really cool. I think Fastidious and I know Destined to put out videos on her as well, so you can check those out if you haven't already. I didn't watch everything, or not too aware. I just know that she's involving summons. So yeah, the fact that there's definitely going to be a couple exclusive heroes coming within probably the next couple months. I would assume you want to save some of your crystals. So the big thought is to make sure you have summons and or diamonds enough to be able to summon for an exclusive hero if it comes next week. Not this week, not tomorrow, not Friday the 7th, but hopefully like the 14th of June at least should start an event. Hopefully is what we're assuming. We keep assuming, but we don't know. But again, that's just based on leaks, and the game can always change their plans, which they have already done multiple times after people saying, oh, she's definitely this week. So it's never 100%. We'll see. All right. So that's kind of the thought there, is not to pull. The reason my thumbnail says no is because there's big stuff coming, right? So there's 2 exclusive heroes coming. There's July is next month, 1 month away, and that is the 1 year anniversary of the game. July 13th was when the game went global, and there's probably going to be some big stuff around that time, and definitely would assume that that could be an exclusive hero. So maybe one exclusive is going to come next week, and then 1 month later in July for the anniversary, there'll be another exclusive hero. I would assume that's the case. So you might want to be stocking up your diamonds now. Plus there's some other like new hero banners, like I think it was not Dagna, what's her name? Magda. And then there's some with Constance. But yeah, there's going to be some reasons to certainly not summon. So if you've got a decent roster like I do, like I have no reason to pull. I've already got a Vierna. Are you going to pull for Vierna Awakenings? No, it's just not. It's good, sure, but it's not like you must have them to use her. Definitely don't pull for Awakenings for her or Kai, of course, as well. That's a big no. So yeah, I think most players should wait to see if we have our exclusive limited summon event coming this following week. It's worth waiting if you can, unless you're a very new player and you know you're not going to have 250, or I should say, if you know you're not going to have 250 crystals to guarantee the hero and you don't want to risk it, although it's worth it to risk it, I think, because it's still a 15 times event usually, then you can, yeah, I would say it's okay to pull if you don't have Vierna, and or especially if you have Silas and no Vierna. But yeah, don't waste this week. Don't just pull for the sake of pulling in general, unless you really need to flesh out your roster because you're feeling really stuck. Let's try to see what happens. And yeah, hope this discussion was helpful, guys. Thank you for hanging out, and I will see you in the next video.